You came back to visit me? If this isn't a return and this is your first time clicking on any of my videos, I just want to say thank you. I know you probably see my broken nail, but oh well, thank you. And if you have not done so, make sure that you have subscribed, hit that notification bell so that we can continue on this journey together. I never really truly know what to say, but I do want to get into some nail cam for you guys. If you care, the number is 719. I have been asked recently what color number color I had on. I didn't know it was a universal thing from salon to salon, but apparently it just may be. So if you wanted to know, it is 719. And I am committed to having pink nails for the sake of, having breast cancer. And if you don't know, I have breast cancer. And I am okay. Today is not one of my better days, but I'm here and you're here with me. And so it is a good day. But I do have an update for you guys. And so, as you know, or if you don't know, I was scheduled to have a bilateral mastectomy on May 14th with a deep reconstructive new boobs, right? And they were going to take the fat from my abdomen and give me new breasts. The catch was that I had to quit smoking. I had been a smoker for 18 years and I was smoking a pack a day. And so I had to quit smoking. They had told me 5 weeks. Everything in research that I had done had said about 8 weeks. So I was still going with that 8 weeks. By May 14th, I had not quit smoking. And so I apparently didn't have the surgery. On May 18th, I had my last cigarette, and on May 19th, I started the Wellbutrin, and I ended the Wellbutrin on June 2nd, I would say, and I haven't had a cigarette since May 18th, right? So, but I've been off of Wellbutrin since June 2nd, although I have a new prescription for it. I have yet to take it. I'm not sure yet. So, with that being said, when I had met with my breast doctor, she had told me that I would be able to, like, based on where the cancer was in my breast, that she felt that I would be able to keep my nipples, that, she just thought that everything would be going, be able to go really smoothly, right? And that I would just be able to have like, a little fat transfer kind of thing. But that everything for the most part would still be mine, right? So I was really hopeful. I eventually met with the reconstructive surgeon and he kind of killed my hopes where he was just like, no, you won't be able to keep your nipple. You will have to use a skin graft from your inner thighs to create the areola, and then from the top of your chest to create the nipple. So that was a bummer, but it was just like, all right, I'm willing to do that. He did tell me that I had to quit smoking cigarettes and that at least for 5 weeks that I had to be nicotine free prior to surgery. He, sorry, I'm hearing things going on. I'm so sorry. He also mentioned that he thought that I should naturally lose weight because with me having this reconstructive surgery and I'm taking fat from my abdomen, that I would want to probably naturally just want to get rid of, like, this neck fat and, this and, my stomach naturally and my thighs and whatever else, on my own before having surgery, just so that it would just, like, physically look better, right? And I would have a better physique. we had discussed that there was no real meal plan, no amount of weight that I had to lose. And to be quite honest, at that time, I had weighed about 206 pounds, right? I had already started the process of losing weight, and during that time, as I was just trying to get healthier, and I was really excited to hit like the 200 mark, and to then hit the like 199 and be under 200 pounds. But then I got diagnosed, right? And for whatever reason, I started to eat badly, right? Not not completely, but I kind of just kept giving myself like really good happy meals, right? Where it was like I was eating shrimp and snow crab legs with potato and corn every other night. And in between that, I was having steak and lobster and steak and shrimp and, like 10 pina coladas. And I went heavy on the liquor. And I noticed that I started to gain weight. When I had met with the reconstructive doctor, honestly, he didn't make me feel comfortable. And I don't want to say this in any kind of way to get him in trouble in any kind of way, but there was just some sort of perversion with him that I just was not comfortable with. And so I had went to my breast doctor and I told her that I wasn't comfortable with him and that if she can recommend someone else. She did. It had taken some time for me to get an appointment with this second reconstructive surgeon. And I finally had that appointment last week where I was really excited to have this appointment with him because I was proud of myself that I had quit smoking, right? Like, I still crave cigarettes. I'm still around cigarettes. I'm still, I can still smell it. I see people smoking. Like, I really try to stay completely away from cigarettes because I still don't, want secondhand smoke or anything to show up in my blood work. But, I crave cigarettes, and my doctors keep telling me like it's okay that you're still craving them. Like, quitting is not going to be easy. If it was, this business wouldn't be such, as successful as it is. And so it's a battle day to day. It's a challenge for me to overcome wanting a cigarette, right? So I was proud of myself that I finally, quit. I went into that office feeling confident, knowing that I was going to get a date finally for my surgery. And I met with this doctor, and he was a black surgeon, and I was really happy about that. But honestly, and no shade or anything, but just shade now after, was that the dude was like, from appearance, when you think of a reconstructive, surgeon or whatever, especially like a cosmetic surgeon, that at least they would, be a little bit more fit. And this guy, not so much, in the least bit. Like, he was a good 350 pounds himself and only about 5'8", 5'9". So he carried heavy. And so, I'm, introducing myself to him and everything and telling him the rundown of how everything went and how I ended up coming down, getting up and connected with him. And he was like, congratulations on quitting smoking, but how much do you weigh? So I had said to him, honestly, I had went to the PCP recently and learned that I was I'm really giving you guys a lot of information, but I weighed too much, right? I was weighing 225 pounds, and I had told him, and I was honest, I'm 225, And he got on his phone and he started calculating, and he was like, your BMI is 37 and you need to be a BMI of 30. My dude told me that he will not perform surgery on me unless that I was a BMI of 30. And here he was, Professor Klump himself, telling me that he could not give me surgery because I was too big. Mind you, probably like a year ago or so, I had went to my doctor and I had wanted to get like that lap band or whatever because I heard that my insurance had paid for it. And my doctor had told me that they would not let me have it because I didn't qualify for it because I wasn't big enough. Right now I'm sitting, so it seemed like my stomach is, bigger than what it is, as well as I am bloated. Today is my first day of my cycle. But I am I am this weight, and right now I feel like on camera I do feel like I carry larger than what I feel that I appear. And I don't know if it's just in my head that maybe I really just am that big of a girl. But I don't feel that I am. But my dude told me he is not performing surgery on me. He told me that he recommended that I go through with the bilateral mastectomy, and that later on in life to have reconstructive surgery. Um, and that they have all kind of prosthetics and various things that can make me feel feminine and make me feel like I still have breasts. And I pretty much was like, dude, like this was a waste of time. I had never went for a second opinion. I left out of that office in tears, crying, like, please point me to the records department because I want my files, my records, my images, the CDs, everything. And I'm about to go to another hospital. I never felt that way before. And people all along have been telling me to go for a second opinion. And I was just like, always like, oh, why go for a second opinion? What, just to get negative, the same negative news again that I have breast cancer? And so it's not that I necessarily wanted a second opinion from the breast surgeon, but I do want a second opinion from a different hospital about my reconstructive surgery. And I do feel like that is extremely important for me. Um, and so um, I'm waiting on that next appointment now. I'm dealing with some things with my insurance company. And so, please, send all kind of positive well wishes my way that, my insurance and everything works out with this next hospital. And even if they tell me the same information, honestly, I'm okay with that as long as I know that the information that I was given, excuse me, was correct. And so I just don't want to make the wrong choice. And I know that this is a decision that will forever affect me. And so, you know, my PCPs had to keep, or my doctors in general just kept, telling me that it's not cheating on a doctor to go to get a second opinion. And I, for a really long time, I didn't want to go somewhere else. Like, I was just like, my doctor and her team have been so great to me. Like, what if she finds out that I went somewhere else? Like, will she treat me differently? Like, I just so many questions. And, I really enjoyed that team. I really felt like they had my best interest. And, so now, not feeling that confident, um, I'm worried. And so I'm waiting on my next appointment. And I I pray for the sake of the hospital that I was already with that the next hospital will tell me the same thing, right? Um, I don't know, like I would just hate for them to be like, "Girl, you don't even have cancer." That would be crazy and probably a lie. I'm not sure, but because honestly, I'm having a lot of pain, and I did speak to my breast doctor, my oncologist, about that, and she said, it was expected that I was going to have pain. I explained that I'm having a lot of pain, right? And that I'm having a lot of pain in both breasts. And to our understanding, I only have breast cancer in my right boob. So this is hurting, and this is hurting a lot. My nipples hurt a lot. Um, and I really just want to get this all over with, honestly. After leaving his office and he told me that he was not going to perform reconstructive surgery on me, my first thought and want was to go smoke a cigarette. Like, I had to call my therapist and the navigator that the breast center gives you. And I'm just like, this was a waste of time. Like, I shouldn't have had quit. Like, this is all that I want right now. And they're, they're definitely trying to talk me down. And it's like, Wednesday, you didn't do this for nothing. It'll all be worth it in the end. And for me, it was like, well, shoot, like, I'd rather wait until I lose the weight, right? And then I have the breast cancer removed. Like, why even go through, for me, I don't want to go through with the bilateral mastectomy and not have the option for reconstructive at the same time. And I understand that might even be a blessing for me to have, and I don't want to be a brat or anything about it. But honestly, I'm young and this is what I want. Like, I don't want to leave there not feeling complete some type of way. Um, it's just not gonna work well for me. Knock on wood or whatever. But I don't want that. Like, I don't know. I don't want that. And so, you guys can leave your comments and you can let me know, honestly, what that really is like. Again, I don't know anyone personally who has breast cancer. I don't know nothing about this. And so it's only been through this community that I've met people in person. Like, this has been so really good. Like, honestly. You guys have been hitting me up through my DMs and I really appreciate it. You guys have been checking in on me. And so I'm trying to stay focused on this, right? And I know that I can't give up from smoking the cigarettes. And I know that I have to also lose this weight. Everyone suggests that I do this alkaline diet. And so today is 7/7/21, and it's a numbers thing for me a lot of times. And so today I started my alkaline diet. And so breast cancer is literally changing my life. And even if it's for the better, at least that's how I'm taking it, right? I quit smoking, I'm about to lose weight, I'm changing my diet, right? I'm becoming a better person. This is not going to be an emotional video. So, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. And it's one day at a time. It's hard. It really is hard. But I do see that I'm gaining weight, right? I am gaining weight. I have definitely started to drink a lot more. I've been talking to my therapist about that. So, outside again is open. And I'm just going to enjoy this summer because I feel like I deserve it right now. So don't judge me. But I want to get this done, and I want to get this done ASAP. I really do. I want to live my life again and just move on from this. And so, I wish everyone well wishes, on the steps that you're in right now and the journey that you're on. And again, we in this together. If there's any kind of way that I can motivate or help anyone, I'm here for all of it. And again, if you guys have any advice, any comments, or anything that you guys want to share with me, please do not hesitate to do so. You can connect with me directly on my Instagram, and it is at Wednesday Woods. And I would definitely appreciate hearing from any and all of you. So again, thank you for watching my video. I am on the road. I am 225 pounds. And small steps. So the next step is 220, 210, 200. And so we're going to hit these goals. And so pray for me, and I will continue to pray for all of you. So until next time, have a good day.